Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DangIT Prodcast, where we talk about video games, anime, but mainly video games. This is a heavy one this time around. My name is Justin.
Bro, I'm Aniyah.
Weird. I see, I hear you, Aniyah, but for some reason my source
Oh,
doesn't pick you up.
what's going on?
It's being discriminatory. I'm sorry. It must be some
That's
weird
annoying.
thing. Hold on, hold on.
I
I mean,
I could
granted,
call
you
the
do have a default image for you on Discord call, so we're not missing out on a lot.
I could
That's not it.
I could call the person. Wait, is
Uh,
it OBS or is it Discord?
there we go. It's Discord. Must have had
Discord?
something. I must have had something weird going on as far as like where it was picking up the location of whatever it was. But looks like it's good now. Perfect.
Great.
Good,
Great.
good, good, good.
Honestly, yeah, Discord's been having some weird stuff going on with it lately. I have no idea why. People have been getting their Discords like flooded with crazy messages. It's a little weird, a little strange.
Weird
Don't like it.
messages.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But anyway, it's just
Whoa, okay.
a lot of random servers been having it in the strange. But anywho,
I gotcha. I
what's
gotcha.
going on?
What's going on? Actually, and how have you been?
Dude, I'm fucking man. Yeah, yeah. Getting ready for these trips. It's like fucking half of July is convention centers.
Oh, you're right.
What is it? Yeah, because what we're going to
We're going.
Evo,
Yes.
and then I'm going to DreamCon. While you're going to Evo, and then you're going to Comic Con.
Yes. That is. Yeah. It's essentially back to back, right? For both of
Yeah,
us.
essentially, yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
And then I have to rework some of the things I was recording because I have to think if I can do. Maybe I could try to do like more games in one video as far as like reviews go. That's a big thing I was thinking about. So if I'm able to do that and cover more games, that I think that'd be a good idea. I think that's something I'm gonna try to do.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
There's so many games coming out. Like what is it? Is it fucking in tomorrow? Is it tomorrow or tomorrow or Monday? Monday. It should be Monday. I don't know. It's the game called Blood. It's this hand animated drawn fucking when you look at it, the quality of the graphics in this case look like you're looking at a Saturday morning cartoon in motion, bro. Like some
Mm.
fucking I can't. There's so many examples I had in mind when I was looking at it, but whenever you get like just a couple of seconds looking at it, you're gonna be like, "Damn, this is the game." It's moving super clean. It's pretty crazy. Uh, damn. I'm trying to think. I can't believe I can't think of a show right now. But the animation and style, it's got super personality in it. So
Mm.
waiting on that. So I want to play that and do a little review for it too.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But yeah, that's essentially what's going on.
Gotcha. Yeah, over here it's been all right. I'm pretty sure you're like well aware, but Phil and I both got sick, and I think his is a little bit more severe. But I also got like a bit of like a sore throat and coughing situation, and it's been taking like about like the whole week just to kind of get to where I'm at right now, which is okay. But if I were to do a podcast solo, I'd be stressing about it a little bit. I'd probably hack a
I was
lot.
wondering, I was just wondering, like, why? Like, what was it? Was it because I think
Um,
that happens with people when they go to a convention and it's just, I guess, a bunch of people.
it
Is that what it is?
depends, I would say. Obviously, there's, your immunity system, for just
Yeah.
general like interactions with people. I would say that maybe, the tidiness of like the products that they have. We're talking about third party sellers. By the way, yeah, this past weekend we went to SoCal Gaming Expo in Pasadena. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's attributing to the fact that Phil and I both got sick because I had to do like a really quick bit of research as far as like how the symptoms, how quickly can those like arise, just to make sure it's coming from the right place. And when it comes to like colds and like sore throat stuff, it can be like as early as 3 days, if not like less than like 12 hours, depending on the person. So I was like, okay,
Jesus.
it might actually have been like something like that, and that makes sense because we're handling games that are like from like third like parties. We don't know where they've been, and I'm pretty sure they've done the best that they can. But things just kind of happen. You're also just in a whole like building with all these different moving bodies who've just been exposed to different things. So it's just one of those things where
Yeah.
it can be expected. You can prevent that kind of stuff. We weren't really thinking about it though, but yeah, no,
Yeah, no,
looks
I
like
feel it.
so. Yeah, I'm glad that it seems like it didn't impact you, but it did impact both Phil and I. But we're getting a lot better.
Yeah, it really threw me off because I was like, wow. I mean, well, uh, I don't know how to even describe my immune system. Sometimes I feel like I just get randomly sick, but when I do get sick, it sucks. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
it is what it is.
I like I only get sick like once a year at the very least. So when it hits, it hits.
Yeah, I think that's how it is for me too. Oh,
Mhm.
weird. Also, hold on. I'm getting ready for second. What other stuff? Damn. I'm still trying to think of well, nah. That's fine. I was trying to think of all the stuff that I was able to
Mm.
grab while we were over there.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
thing I did do, yeah, because I was thinking of the stuff that I did pick up. I actually swapped. What is it? I feel bad though. I want to see if I can find it. There was this vendor. She was selling. She sold a bunch of other stuff. I think it was like stickers and pins. But the thing I bought was the casing for the Nintendo Pro controller. I want to see if I can find it.
Oh, I remember that one. That was
Yeah,
the
and I was
one
able to
where.
swap it.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice, nice.
yeah. I had to. You have to take your Pro controller apart and then swap out the little casing
Yeah.
for it.
So yeah,
But
I've done like a slight modification here as well. Nothing crazy, just replacing the grips. But that's the easy
yeah,
part. The actual casing that Anai's referencing is like the entire thing here.
I'm trying to
Which
find. Let me see. Where's her name? Because it was just like it was a little vendor in the artist alley.
yeah,
They
yeah.
when you pay them, the receipt should say the name. I feel bad because it was super cool. I was like, man, honestly, I don't remember the last time I even tried anything in this regard for like any of my consoles to swap out like a casing or anything because I got used to buying like third party controllers. But doing stuff like that is pretty fun because I could probably if I could because I bought this I even bought this little screwdriver like this multi-tip little tool
Yeah.
and I think he even has like the ones you would use if you ever want to swap out the casings for the console itself. And
Mhm.
I'm like, man, I might do that. I might MacGyver my Switch if I find like a cool little casing for it. I don't know. Super
Yeah, I
cool.
remember seeing that vendor actually had it looked like they only had like that one casing, but a lot of their other works were something else, unless I saw something else like next to
No,
them.
you're right. It was like the pins and stickers.
Hmm.
Or like was it was probably keychains actually. Cause there was like she was also sharing a booth with somebody else, I think. So
Hmm.
maybe. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff over there, dog.
Yeah, for
What
sure.
else? And then I'll be honest, I feel kind of bad because I got used to just seeing it like after I do a transaction, it will show the name of the vendor. So I figured I'd be able to find the people I bought it from. Because not only did I buy the Pro controller casing from that vendor, we all got stickers from that one artist, the guy who drew like the very like those exaggerated versions of video game
The
characters.
stickers, yeah,
Yeah, the stickers look nice.
those are really good.
And I was like, bro, that's quality, bro. Yeah, bro, it's so cool.
Yeah,
What
Phil got a
else?
couple of those on his water bottle, and I was thinking
Yeah,
about
I
it too,
decided.
but I just wanted to be conscious about the spacing I have that's limited.
Oh yeah, I do have a couple of water bottles, so I was like, maybe I could kind of go all out. But hopefully, I
Mm.
could just find out some other stuff that person does. Maybe they do online vendoring. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find them again.
Hmm.
Um, but let's see. There's
Yeah.
some book, some bookmarks for this
Oh
guy
yeah.
who's doing a little raffle. It was super interesting. All these people were really interesting to talk to because that's usually what I like to do when I go to conventions. I like going to talk to the people at the artist alley, like super nice people. Um, damn. And then I guess as far as games, honestly, I don't think I got that many games. I think I have the least amount out of the three of us.
Oh yeah. I think Phil
Cause
got
what
like
is it?
the most.
He probably had like what 10 games or some shit.
He's got
I
like I
think
think 12, 13.
it was somewhere around there, and I think at least 8 of them are NES, or the Nintendo NES. I don't know.
Ooh, actually, I got a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you got
no,
more than
no, Phil definitely got a lot. And yeah, you're right. They are
right.
NES games.
Shit was great. I was trying to think
Some
of
good finds.
what was it? Yeah, I have to find my console because I got, what did I get? I only found, no, I found the one I was looking for.
I
I just
found
couldn't
you, miss
buy
you.
it.
What?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and then somebody
Gunstar.
stole it from me. Somebody showed up right before
Oh.
I showed up. He was like, "Boo, nah, I just sold it." I was like, you know what? You're fucking. Anyway, have a good day, sir. And I was lost because the one I did find, where I found it again, it was just in the box, so it cost more rather than being fucking loose, as the as the gamers call it, or some mess. So I was like, okay, I really missed out. But I was able to find a couple other things I remember playing.
Mm.
This game called, what was it? It was Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors. That
Ooh,
was
I
a
remember that one.
unique one because I was like, man, it's been a minute since I even fucking uh, a Dragon Ball Z game on a handheld console. I don't remember the last time. Like, unless if I want to count Switch because Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
I guess
But
so.
aside from that,
I
like, nah,
think
man.
pretty sure the DS had something. That might have been like
Yeah,
the Kid Goku series over there.
it was this. But then also, this one right here was on the DS because it used to be. There was another one, I believe, on the Game Boy Advance as well, maybe. But Supersonic Warriors, I definitely remember playing on the DS.
Oh, was it?
Damn,
Oh, I must be
Mhm.
misremembering. I just remember the one
Yeah,
that
no, there's a
was
bunch of,
yeah. There's a couple of
yeah.
them. I'll have to
You got like,
double
was it,
check which one I was
like, I
thinking
think they had
about.
like a Fury of Boo or something mess like that. Who knows? There's a
Yeah,
bunch of handheld ones. I remember.
that was Legacy
Mhm.
series. Legacy of Goku
It
one
was
through
super.
three.
No, you're right. Yeah, it was Legacy. Damn, what was another thing? I got
Let me see.
what's another? I know I left with another. Hold on, I didn't. I put everything away. I don't know where I put it at. I'm just trying to remember off of my dome because right now
Mm-hmm.
I got like organized stuff in here. But let's see. I know I definitely got Robotech. That was definitely one of the other
Oh
games I was
yeah,
hoping to
yeah.
find. To be honest, I don't know where I put all my stuff. Is still technically in these boxes I haven't taken out because I got to get my GameCube set up.
Ooh.
If I ever want to start doing like
Oh.
footage for that, like recording gameplay for it,
Mm-hmm.
can't do it now.
Okay, yeah. So it was Supersonic Warriors on the Game Boy. Yeah, it was like a
The
really
Game Boy.
interesting. Yeah, it was a really interesting one-off like fighting style for it.
Oh wait, yeah, duh. No, I would play it on the DS. My bad. I said it wrong. But it was definitely oh, you know what? That's what it was. That one was on the Game Boy, but what I got on the DS, what did I get? Oh, I got Sonic Rush on the DS.
Oh yeah, yeah, you did. That was a good
Good
find.
lord,
I did
man.
not see Sonic Rush anywhere.
Good lord, I was plugging. But yeah, I got lucky. This lady had her games put up in like a little binder, and
Hmm.
they were all separated and everything. I think that was one of the $15 games that she had.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
But yeah, no, that's what it was. You know what it was? Because Supersonic Warriors was definitely on the Game Boy Advance, but I remember playing it on my brother's DS. That's probably why.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see what you mean.
Because I was like, why am I thinking DS? Is it not DS? Because I didn't want to mix it up with another game that I played. Uh, what's his face? There was a Kid Goku game, but it was because it was
Mhm.
set in Dragon Ball. It was the one where it was the Dragon Ball game where it's like the platformer, like beat 'em up kind
Yeah,
of
I do
style,
remember that.
where you get to, yeah, it's like you get to use the power pole and
Hmm.
like go and extend to like other platforms and level. It was super fun. But that was also on the Game Boy Advance. So yeah, you know, they had like a good run of like handheld games. I just never got to play a lot of them. And then
Yeah,
also Legacy of Goku, wasn't that
it was an interesting
was that
one.
the one
It was like a
that
top-down
was like
kind of beat 'em up ish type of thing.
yeah, you were like small and you like step in squares and you press the attack button. It's like yeah,
Yeah,
and you
you're
just
just kind
punching
of
at
like
each
wow,
other for a
wow,
second.
wow. You have to you have to
Yeah,
time it right, otherwise like the enemy gets you first.
swear. I was like, bro, these games are super interesting. It's time to play Sonic Advance 2. I got other stuff to play.
Sonic Advance
But
2 is goated. Yes.
that must be fun. What's the other thing? Because I was trying to think of this those two games, and then Robotech. I swear, didn't I grab something else? I really didn't grab that many games. I did grab a couple of books though.
Oh yeah, yeah, you did.
There's one I gotta really look into. The only reason I really thought it was kind of interesting because not only does it have like a picture of like Mickey Mouse, like I guess wearing a freaking was he wearing like a red dress shirt, and half his face is like made out of like a memory, like a motherboard. I'm like, alrighty then, and it's called American Heritage. So all things considered, it's
Oh,
definitely going to touch up on like a lot of cultural impacts as far as like technology and entertainment.
also, shout outs to Chef Arcade in the chat. How's it going, Chef? It's been a while.
Good stuff, some good stuff, I tell you.
Good to see you're doing well.
I gotta look. Yeah, I gotta look at this stuff again. Honestly, I'm really putting on to when I went there I was mainly there to play in the Tekken tournament. I did okay. I did okay. But like looking back at it, I was like, dang, there's so many moves I didn't use. And then everybody was pretty solid. There was well, let me see. There was for the most part, everybody was cool. I want to say. And that's usually what I look for when I go to these events.
You just want to see if they're cool, not entirely if they're good, just if they're cool.
You could be good or bad, but like, are you a cool person? Like, I am not trying to deal with anybody's like attitude if they lose. I really don't care. Most of the time, if like, I mean, unless you make it funny, that'd be funny. But unless like you're actually cool with people, then it's kind of like I don't care how bad or good you are at the game. I'm not trying to be in your bubble, and I don't want that mess.
That's fair. It should have been me, not him.
Yeah,
it's not fair.
No, it really isn't. If we have like freaking Yugi types people in like the crowd, nah, we're good. Nah, no association with that.
Nah, it's curtains.
But you know what's funny? Yeah, but you know what's funny about it? Because I'm still kind of new to going into like FGC like territory and stuff like that. Because mainly, even when I started back in like what was it 2017 for Tekken 7?
2017.
It was still. I want to say maybe I'm pretty sure it was that because like whatever the first year was for Tekken 7 being playable at Evo was when I first started playing it as far as like doing competitions. And it hasn't been like really consistent. I'm trying to make it more consistent now. Even then I was just having fun. I was more or less just making sure that I can enjoy this game with other people that I don't know. Because that way I can meet more people. Because I can have fun playing games with friends and I'm cool. I've always played games like just for the fun of it on my own. But like if I want to meet more people with the same interest, I'm not trying to deal with no fucking. It's like you bring all that salt somewhere else. I'm trying to stay hydrated, so no thank you. But stuff like that gets annoying. For the most part, it's been pretty decent though. I went to a couple of the ones in SoCal. That's mainly what I'm trying to do. But now the ones that are going to be out, aside from Evo, is when I go to DreamCon. So these conventions are more or less like me enjoying like playing fighting game tournaments. But then also, if I can, hopefully. We could probably meet some new people as we go to these conventions too. Other than that, yeah, because I did get to talk to somebody who's running the Tekken thing when they were having like an issue with some of the I just found this out that same day. I didn't know this was a thing. Like, was it remote play or shared consoles or whatever it happens on a PS5 or just PlayStation in general, where somebody could. When you share a console, you'd be able to play a game off of that, I guess. Just depends on whose account you're sharing with. It was weird because if you ever had, I think this only happens on shared consoles. When you're playing the game and it has this message pop up in the right corner and it's saying like you're licensed or something like that, it's gonna be cut off in like 15 minutes. I'm like, whoa. How do you have a limited time with a license on a game you bought? And then like they broke it down as far as what that meant. I was like, that's cool. As a Sony owner, I should have known this, but I didn't care. So I just figured that was good to know then. But yeah, that's cool. It's real cool people. It can make a break an event sometimes, depending on how prevalent you spin around those people. But most people there were pretty nice.
That's good to hear. Yeah, especially with the more like FGC like focus conventions and well tournaments in general, I suppose, where it's all like focused in on Tekken. So you're really getting a lot of different perspectives, different like experiences and skill sets, just kind of like grouping together. And I mean, I don't ever see a correlation between personality and, you know, their skill level. It's just kind of like whatever happens is it, yeah. But okay. I'm glad that it's been like been productive, and I'm glad that something like SoCal Gaming Expo actually had like a tournament outside of Tetris. And that was actually a really interesting thing too. Tetris had a whole championship going on because it was like, I forget which anniversary it was on.
Honestly, yeah, I forgot too.
Yeah, but dude, seeing those people like on stage playing like Tetris was something else.
Nah, man, they were in it. Like I would assume, like understanding the feeling, I can kind of get it from just playing what was it, Tetris 99. As far as like being competitive, and then like what's another game? I think there's another game, Tetris, Puyo Puyo Tetris. I think they
Probably,
have
yeah.
I think they have a versus mode in there. And that's essentially the same thing. So imagine doing that on like a competitive level, like a professional competitive level. I know that mess gets crazy.
So yeah,
interesting stuff. It was super cool to see.
So those were two events that were actually going on at SoCal Gaming. They also had like a really cool one. I wanted to shout this out too. They had like a really cool Nintendo Power like Emporium type of thing going on.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah, that was super cool.
They had a whole lineup of like wardrobes from like not just Nintendo, but just Nintendo is kind of like the big prevalent thing here. They had jackets over there. They had like just like full like spread illustrations like from one of their pages on Nintendo Power. It was very impressive to see that whole like slew of things. I saw like the Mega Man 6 thing. Mega Man 6 is, just clarify, is like the first game I've ever played. So the fact that I saw Mega Man 6 designs, because it was all like fan made stuff for that like entry in Mega Man, that was super cool.
Hell yeah.
And outside of that, they had arcade cabinets. So if you weren't like out there vendoring or like just checking in to see like which prices like work for you for a game, then you can also check out all this other stuff as well. It's been a really cool 2-day experience, and I haven't. This is my second year, so this was definitely like an even better experience than the one. I think I forget the location of the previous one, but doesn't matter. This experience was like a lot better than last year for sure.
Yeah, no, it was nice this year. It was pretty interesting.
I want to also say sorry, Aniyah. I did want to say that this was also a really good opportunity for me to pick up games like at a lower cost, but it was also like in high quantities over like last year, which was all like brand new stuff from Premium Edition specifically, and they and Limited Run weren't there this year, so I didn't have to worry about spending extra for anything that I possibly would have had in stock. So
was a little strange, but yes, it was quite the money saver.
For sure.
What the heck? What I wonder. I was like, maybe they're dealing with their own set of things where they couldn't schedule out to meet and go to every convention. But if they showed up, yeah, I probably wouldn't have ate. Yeah, I know there's a couple of games I want.
If they show up in at either like Evo or Comic-Con, it's curtains for me.
You know, yeah, they gotta. Where's their newsletter? Like, they gotta let me know, because I gotta know. I know there's games I missed, so
it's probably on Twitter/X.
Oh, you mean Twitter? Oh, okay,
Twitter X, Twitter X.
Okay, Elon will be just fine. He can man up. He's got enough money to deal with it.
He won't be hurt.
Calling it Twitter.
I'll be calling it Twitter. Right. So, okay.
Yeah, right.
Fair enough.
Shoot, he wanted to take the T for himself. And it's like, why? It just make it one letter. I heard something stupid about it as far as like why he would want that as like the name. But even then, I just didn't think why.
He did. He did really follow through with that. So I mean, it's kind of crazy. Stupid. Oh,
but anyway,
I did want. Yeah, I wanted to actually bring it up because like we're kind of like a fair bit into the podcast now. But the big thing I wanted to do was kind of do like a much like lighter review of Summer Games Fest and Xbox. There were a bunch of other like stuff that happened in the past weekend, but those were definitely the two big things I wanted to kind of like cover for this one.
Yeah, I had the what is it? Where's it at? I just wanted to get the list for the games because to be honest, there's only a couple that I cared about. But
Mhm.
like there's other games that like even though I'm not gonna play them, their presentation was kind of fucking great. It was pretty cool.
For sure. I think the if I can just go back to like Summer Games Fest. So Summer Games Fest was it was the day prior to us actually going to SoCal Gaming like Expo, and it was, if I recall, I kind of gave it like a 7 out of 10. Like there were a fair bit of things that like I did like that they like to see, and I remember that Phil had given it like a slightly lower score, 6 out of 10. And I was trying to remember everything that was pointed out because what I've noticed is that, you know, with these 2 hour long presentations of stuff, you tend to kind of forget about some of these other things that get announced along the way. And so I was trying to like find all the listings of things that were announced via YouTube, because YouTube is pretty good with just having their respective channels have the listings of all the trailers like in chronological order. So for Summer Game Fest, I think Lego Horizon Adventures was like an interesting one, but I actually did like the charm for that one. Considering that like Lego is like taking over, Sonic is like happy-go-lucky friends with Lego. I think the fact that it's that they decided to like reach out. I'm not sure the conversations like involved, but this was definitely a different take on the Horizon series that could be a little bit more friendly to everybody. So I'm all for that. I'm just gonna point out the ones that like stand out to me the most. Black Myth Wukong. It's ready. I'm ready for that one. That one looks really really good. Let's see, Metaphor, ReFantasio. That's the Sega Atlas game. It's just additional. At the Summer Games Fest, it was a little bit more of like a dialogue here and there, with a little bit of a trailer here and there, talking about like the job system. Considering the fact that we've seen a lot of works with like Persona and whatnot, this is definitely a nice, cool like departure from that type of setting into more fantasy like stuff. So definitely like that one. So I'll add that to the listing. And also the Street Fighter announcement as far as the expansion featuring like M. Bison, but also like Terry. And I'm trying to remember the other one. But there's like a whole listing that they got ready pretty much like beyond like winter of 2025. So
yeah, honestly, I was like, where's everything blah blah blah? Because I was trying to think of the ones that are coming out this year. So you know what?
yeah, so Bison is like the next one.
Yeah, and he's happening like this month. Like I think the 20 is it? No, is it the 24th? It was something soon, man. Like before the end of this month. I think it was the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
I might be wrong, but like it's 20 something.
Which shocked Phil because he was really thinking that this type of announcement would be at Evo. But maybe they're just having him prep for Evo. And they might actually have some other secrets like later down the line if we go there. But to give you the full list, it's M. Bison, it's Terry, Elena, and Mai.
Yeah. I was thinking like what is it? Now, me personally, my main isn't showing up from Third Strike, and I would have to wait for that. And this is their new way of doing it. They show what they're doing within a year on an annual basis. So it's like, oh shit. I got like what is it? Hopefully they do it around this time again. Like maybe every Summer Games Fest is when they do their season announcement. Which wouldn't be a horrible idea. But man, this lineup is crazy.
Yeah, they're going like off the rails with this one.
Because I was watching Max's stream because he had footage of playing as Bison. And then of course they mentioned that like on the technical side of people who wanted to see how good he is of a character, he gave a good impression of that. But then also just for like hopefully I'm not hearing this wrong. Like on the character side, like story side, Bison has amnesia.
That's weird.
Like
what?
He got whooped so ass. Like his ass got whooped so bad. doesn't even remember who it is. That's like in the trailer. He's like, what did he say? He said, "You keep calling me M Bison" or something in that regard. And it's like, well, all right then. Talking in the third person, or maybe he's just that stupid. But like in Street Fighter 5, freaking Ryu hit him with the essence of nothing, and then he was just like, "Whoa!" And then then he's just gone.
That's crazy.
Like,
That's the first time
all that's
it.
left is that's like that's why all that's left is just him to just like I want to box people. I found this horse. I'm just gonna start freaking pulling a Rodon from Elden Ring or something. I don't know.
I was gonna say, like, he doesn't even know how to like properly ride the horse.
Bruh, he just like he doesn't
like,
need to use his hands. He's just like, bruh, it's all smoke. I'm saving my hands for the people I'm gonna beat up. I'm not gonna use it on this horse. Like it's pretty crazy. It's like that's a flex if you ever seen one.
I don't know. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about his design. I feel like a lot of the returning cast at this point are either like in their best shape or in their absolute worst. I'm looking at Ken. I'm now looking at Bison. They're just going through it.
Yeah, they're getting some little story beats on it, because of course they give him his original, like his well, based off of what other people are saying, it's his SNK Tatsunoko. Wait, I forgot what it was. No, Tatsunoko versus Capcom look. Something very specific. I don't know. But yeah, people are pointing that out. But it's still like Bison. Like it's still pretty much Bison from 5, they say. Like of course touching up and giving him like the workaround he needs to like actually work in Street Fighter 6. So it's pretty good. Some solid stuff going on right now, honestly. But yeah, I gotta start playing Street Fighter again.
Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure Capcom still has their sale. So like, I think Street Fighter 6 is just like $30 on Steam. So it's like, oh,
you know what? That is a cop. That is a steal. I did buy it like full price. Or did it? And then I didn't I get the? I swear I got the season pass. So I should have like the first 4 characters for fucking Ed, Rashid, Akuma, and then 4th person. But yeah,
you pretty much would probably need to have like those season pass just to at least experience fighting those characters, or unless they allow you to fight them even if you don't have the season pass. Would you be able to verify?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think they even do that for. Don't they do that for Tekken? I can't even answer to that because I bought that completely, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they would.
Okay.
Kind of weird. But yeah. What else was on the list as far as like
Summer Games Fest? I'll tell you. It's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It's unfortunate because we had that and some other bit of news gameplay showcase like happening like later on in the week. And Mark is currently not here because of the whole like power outage he's got going on, but he would freak out just to be able to talk about this.
This recent stuff that's been going on with been seeing a bunch of content creators show up like their gameplay review of it.
Yeah,
they got like a handful, like 30 people that had like 30-minute gameplay, and then they show their stuff online, and it's been looking nice, man. This game does look nice. But then also, cause I know Tenkaichi is one of my favorite. Like Tenkaichi 3. There was a way of looking at it now, because I've been watching Max's stream on it, and then there'll be a bunch of other things that I might have overlooked. It's cool seeing how this is now that I'm older. Noticing how like Bandai really goes in for the Dragon Ball games. Now the other games, I don't know. Like all the other anime arena fighters,
I know Sword Art like continuously like shows up there, even though I mean it's Sword Art, but you know.
Yeah, I do it. I would assume like there's other ways that those games could have been cooler, but they kind of just like they show out for Dragon Ball.
For sure.
And then even with this game, like how you remember Tenkaichi 3 to this one, like a big upgrade. Significant, right? Crazy to a point where damn, it really like a whole ass makeover. That would be the only thing, right? Because when you look at how they move still, it does kind of remind you of like the stiffness of the models in Tenkaichi 3 sometimes. It's pretty funny. But I think they probably just want to keep that consistent for consistency's sake. Because honestly, the game just makes a lot of references for stuff that fans would definitely recognize. And I was like, oh wow, that makes a lot of sense seeing that now. Because that's always one thing I always knew I felt from seeing Dragon Ball like still be around and now still moving with Dragon Ball Super. It really is just like first of all, Dragon Ball is super popular and influential. Giving the fan service for everybody is perfect to keep this thing going for a really long time. And that's what I'm hoping for. Cause like, bruh, imagine if Dragon Ball Z still wasn't like going and everything just kind of got put to a halt. I don't know if we would even gotten like if we were to even get like Dragon Ball Fighters. Cause like if we were to get it, it'll probably be like a weird roster, but like who knows? Like I'm glad Dragon Ball's still kind of around to have like these pieces of media still come out.
That's true.
So yeah, Sparking Zero, that's just another add-on to nostalgia and fan service, but it's still gonna be one of the better anime arena fighters.
I agree with that, yeah.
Cause like what was the other one that I was remembering that at least comes kind of close as far as like people
Probably
always
Naruto.
talking about it? Yeah, right, Ninja Storm,
yeah.
So because like all the other ones, like I don't even know if it was. I don't think it was even Bandai. I might be wrong. Do you remember Ninja, like Ultimate Ninja? It was the 2D fighter.
Yeah,
game.
the 2D one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was even Bandai. I'm not sure. But that game was fun. But like when it comes to arena, it's like
it's kind of
punch somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two are probably the only ones I would care about. Like when it comes to like Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia had one, didn't it? I swear it did.
They did, yeah. Yeah, two of them.
I was like, nobody didn't really pick that up. And then from the look of it, it definitely had that Bandai budget cut feel. So yeah, it was definitely something to kind of notice. But yeah, Sparking Zero looks nice.
It really does.
Very, very, very stylish.
I'll do the shout out here for Phil as far as like the next game here, Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves. I do know that Summer Games Fest. Well, I guess that entire weekend there was actually like days to like play like a quick demo of that, and I don't think there's any additional like footage or here and there. But from what I've seen though, like just purely like camera recording for like gameplay, it looks pretty slick. So, I mean,
yeah.
I think fighting games are just thriving nowadays, so good to see that.
Yeah, if anything, I feel like I definitely missed a huge chunk of it as far as like SNK's impact. Because before, I'm trying to think if I've ever played an SNK game when I was younger. Actually, I don't think so. Honestly, the one I can definitely remember now is like we played Garu Mark of the Wolves. That was a really fun one. I played that like every so often when I got my Switch. I forgot how long it was after the Switch came out, and then when Garu got put on there. Because when Garu was put on there, that was definitely one of the games I played a decent amount of the time. Like I would play that like on my break at lunch or whatever time I had when I had time off from work. But then let's see. Then we had like, what was it? King of Fighters 14. I'm really trying to think, man, because SNK has such a huge impact on games, bro. It's crazy, and it feels kind of weird to know that they had like a really bad patch as far as like the history in the industry. I mean, it comes with the territory. At that time, I'm pretty sure it was Capcom that was just thriving because they were the ones who like pioneered a lot of things with what we know for fighting games today. But then I could say the same for SNK with like Fatal Fury and King of Fighters, because as far as like the crossover concept, I believe it was them who made it super interesting in order to do that within SNK franchises. But then it got pushed forward. Everybody started doing a lot of interesting things because of it, and to know that like SNK has had that on their like under their belt, I was like, bruh, my bad. Let me try playing these other games from SNK, and they're all fun. Like, what fucking dude? like I'm not super technical like I would be for other games, I guess.
Mm.
As far as like how can I say, like mechanic style, because you had Samurai Showdown, and then let me try to make sure. Do I have it? God, there's so many SNK things that are pretty
There's a
goddamn fire.
lot of them.
Yeah, I was like, bruh, and then like what? Is it Ikari Warriors? It was the game that fucking Ralph and the other guy is from, because they're both in King of Fighters, so that's funny.
Mm.
But yeah, they were in like they were shooting it, doing a top-down shooting game, and I was like, what are you telling me? And then you get to play them in this game. Fuck, it's so cool stuff, man. But yeah, man, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, but bro, this stuff is it's nice. And to know that SNK is now back into the mix with City of the Wolves, that's definitely gonna be a day one cop. But here's the thing though. I mean, it comes with the territory. I am not surprised. My main was Jenny, the pirate girl in Mark of the Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it? She's back in here, and for Jesus, like the craziest character model I've seen of her, because I don't think she even looked like that in King of Fighters 15. But holy free holy, like the dog, like the goons, the goon demographic. Dude, we can't deny it. Like they're gonna be there. It's gonna be a fun game, but oh my god, oh my god, dog! Like yo, put those away. You already had like Ken and Kicks. Now you got them on your chest. It's crazy. She's still a fun character. That's fucking golly, man. And plus, like most of the time when I see like a pirate character, it usually works out. So she's a fun character to play as. I mean, sometimes I played as Rock. Rock was an interesting guy to play as. But let me think. As far as other characters, in City of the Wolves, of course I'm gonna play Jenny, but I'm trying to think. I'll just give everybody else a shot just because. Because I heard that I think the new girl is Preacher. She's a Muay Thai student under one of the other characters. So she looks fun. Like Muay Thai is a cool fighting style. And then well, his name is not Butt anymore, but I forgot what the hell they were thinking. But the guy Marco Rodriguez, he's definitely a returning character, but he was super fun to play as. A bitch to fight against, but super fun to play as. So man, the style in this game is looking pretty goddamn clean.
I'm looking at screenshots. Yeah, it's looking really nice with the art style.
Yeah, don't look up Jenny. But other than that,
too late.
Other stuff is just wow, Sizzler. She looks great. Anyway,
all right. So the next one I wanted to highlight was actually a really nice little thing from Bloomhouse Studios. They're making a separate entity called Bloomhouse Games, which pretty much picks up like indie like developers like for horror games specifically, and takes them under their wing so they can do the publishing for them.
Hold on, I'm super curious because I've been thinking about this. One of the best horror games, like horror themed games I played in a while, was Faith. Faith was a fire ass game. Like, yo, if you want to talk about art direction, as far as like a game that's it's not like high graphics, it's nothing like that. It goes off of like God, I'm fucking talking out my ass. The aesthetic was more like some games you would expect to see in the 80s, and then it was even. I want to say that's even the inspiration for the horror that they were going off of, like movies you'll see in like The Exorcism, because that's one of that's the thing that's going on in that game. Like you're trying to deal with like demons and you're a preacher and all this other stuff. And I was like, bro, this game's great. And that's a very good example of a game that doesn't need crazy graphics to be like super good. Because that game just looks like you're playing like it looks Colonel Mustard, whatever. I don't know. It's just one of those games that's just like stick bits, like Atari ass graphics. And it worked out just fine. God, this game's great. So I was just thinking, if you have those kind of people just sitting around waiting for a publisher, because who's the publisher for this? I kind of felt like they were.
I think I just checked.
Like there's it says New Blood Interactive.
Yeah,
but this thing is like, bruh, They only been around for a while. Well, they've really been around for a while. But like Faith, maybe I'm tripping. You know, here's another thing. Since we're talking about this, what the hell is gonna constitute as being an indie? Now that I think about it,
I mean, just
like,
well,
say if you get like,
I think it's
yeah, go ahead.
it stems from probably the development team, how big of that like group is, and the publisher is something aside from that, because you could say that Helldivers is still technically an indie game, because Arrowhead is a relatively smaller team, but PlayStation gave them the money to even make something like that. So technically speaking, Helldivers 2 is a indie title.
Ah man, yeah, this got to be like I remember having this conversation been thrown around a bunch, but like I guess I never thought about it myself that much. But like, what does constitute as an indie game? Because Faith feels like one. Because it just feels like a really under the radar game, even though this game came out like 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Shit came out a while ago, but like, and then even then, I don't know how long it's been since they made this. What is it? They made this other version of it where it's like all of the. Yeah, no, never mind. It's what's his face? 2017 and February 2019, respectfully, and then the third was New Blood Interactive. So like I'm trying to just get a little bit of a like an insight on what Bloomhouse will be doing for people who are like, you know, gonna need some funding for horror themed games, because I don't know how how much of a struggle is gonna be for these people. But hopefully with Bloomhouse, right? Just all right. As long as they get like, I would say everybody helps each other in that regard, because somebody can have a good concept as like a development team. Maybe I'm just making an idea, but maybe somebody has a good idea, but as far as like flushing it out and like actually developing it into a game, Bloomhouse might have some people to also help with like direction and stuff like that, as well as producing. So everybody just bounces off of each other. As far as like the creative direction and creative control, I would mainly give that to the developers and stuff like that. But everything's a team effort. As long as they work together and make things like just cohesive, then I'm cool with whatever. If there's new people willing to dish out, you know, publishing, then it's like, why not? Give me Bloomhouse games and shit, you know, like all this stuff is crazy potential. Imagine like a horror game anthology. That'd be wild.
There have definitely been a fair share of those, but a Bloomhouse like, honestly, collection, it would be kind of crazy.
Did they? I might be tripping. Isn't that what they kind of showed, or was that all?
It was a compilation of different games, that they already have like in the works.
Ooh, so, all right,
very nice.
All right.
This one's sorry, this is the next title here. It's a really sick one. It's actually Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. If you remember,
look pretty cool.
Yeah, if you remember Shredder's Revenge, it looks exactly like that, but there's some more gallery shooting stuff. So it isn't always just like, you know, this weird. I'm losing the word for it, but usually you're beat 'em up like camera angle, and it's just like stage to stage. Like there's some cool sequences in there too. So
like a Megazord.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's looking crazy. That looks fun as hell.
It looks really good.
I'm definitely gonna buy that one. Like I'm trying to think of Power Rangers probably has like a more hidden library of good games, but as far as games that I remember playing for Power Rangers, is of course Battle for the Grid. But then also the Game Boy Advance game, Power Rangers SPD.
Yeah,
that was like a little 2D platformer, I don't know, action game. That was fun. But yeah, man, Power Rangers just having like this random mix of shit going on. Sure, I'm all for it.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
might bring someone up. Yeah, Ibrahim, by the way, shouts to Ibrahim in the chat. Sorry for not saying anything sooner, but he was saying like, give me a Hades horror game, and I mean that is interesting. I think more
like
about
like which Hades are we talking? Like
I
This Hades that just came out.
I think the more recent Hades, yeah.
Jeez, an iteration of that. It probably could work. They already have like a very desolate kind of tone, but
Oh no, beautiful
like
people, beautiful people. Ah,
yeah, yeah, right, yeah. I don't,
hot
I don't know
springs.
how they're gonna make it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I wonder how it's gonna be horror because I swear one of the weapons in there is like a spirit gunner. I don't know what it is. You get like a shotgun or some type of message in that game. I mean, how scared would you really feel if you if you got to fight against all these demons and you're just like, let me load in my other shotgun shell? I don't know. I wouldn't feel that scared of it.
Mm.
Now, if you give me like a game that operates like Resident Evil or something like that, maybe. I don't know if you could really do that with Hades
yeah.
though.
With Hades, maybe not. Maybe not with
Yeah, no,
Hades.
I wonder how they're gonna pull that off. Also, hold
Mm.
on, wait. What was after Bloomhouse? Because honestly, well, after
Yeah, it was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'm kind of looking at like a timestamp for Summer Games Fest here
yeah,
on YouTube.
I was looking at a list. I wasn't sure if you were like you're going based off of the ones that you found interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we could go off of that. Honestly, I feel like we probably have the same interest. There's probably one game I just want to probably throw in that's like
Mm.
even I'm interested in, and
Oh.
I'm usually not. I'm not more towards the genre. The was it Expedition, or am I thinking of
Oh, that's
Xbox?
Xbox. That was Xbox showcase.
Okay,
We'll definitely touch up on that.
all right. Because good lord,
I can go
Summer Games
like
Fest.
yeah, I can go like bullet point to bullet point here. On
Yeah, yeah.
interest here. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, the fact that it gets a sequel is kind of crazy. It was an interesting perspective on just a first person, kind of a slow down pacing type of like fantasy game. But I kind of liked it for what it was. Also Slitherhead. I don't think we really got any gameplay on that one, but it's cool that Phil remembers that and was happy that we got follow up on updates on that one. Killer Bean was something I forgot about entirely.
Game of the year.
I think it will
Game of the year.
be.
Why that if that's like the people's choice? I don't know. Whatever award there is, it earns it. I'm gonna vote for it. It's like, I probably,
That's
you know what?
me.
It probably
I'll
won't
vote
even
for it.
like it probably won't necessarily be my actual game of the year, but
Mhm.
I'll just do it for the memes. I don't know. It depends. It depends. Cause man, it's such a funny. I think they have like a really interesting story. The creator and like I think his wife. I think his wife was helping him along this journey. It's such a cool story because
Hmm.
I remember hearing about this from dang, I don't know if this dude is still around. Rebel Taxi on YouTube, where he did like a whole bunch of like just media around cartoons and like under obscure stuff basically. And
Mhm.
Killer Bean was one of the things I remember him making a video about.
Killer
And I looked
Bean.
into it. Yeah, I looked into it when I first saw it, and I was like, this fucking ridiculous. But it's so crazy. It's such a wild movie. It's entertaining. Like you get funny entertainment from this stuff. It's interesting things that you get from it. I'm like, bruh, and he's still around. Like,
Hmm.
how old is this movie? This movie is pretty fucking yeah. It's 2008. Like 16 years, and like now he has a game. That's pretty. That's pretty clean. That dude gets my fucking
Hmm.
my fucking support. Like, why not? Somebody said who said it? Was it Mark? Mark said he look like Pepe. I can't unsee it now.
I can't,
But
yeah, I
like,
can't
is it
see it.
like fucking Killer Bean Forever is crazy?
Killer Bean forever.
Fucking Jet Bean. His name is Jet Bean.
It's definitely one that you will have like a ball just playing through. I'm sure.
Dude, this movie's crazy. Hey man, I love shit like that. Especially when it works out, because it's kind of a dime a dozen when everything's kind of saturated. So you'll see a bunch of things that are unique, but they probably aren't as entertaining or like impactful. And this can fall as one that this definitely can fall into. It can probably fall into both. Like it's definitely entertaining, but as far as like impact,
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about impact,
Mhm.
but as far as like being around still, I'll give it that. Fucking
Yeah,
it's almost 20 years. That's crazy.
that's crazy.
But yeah, man, definitely buying that day one, no lie.
Okay. A game that actually came out yesterday, Monster Hunter Stories. That's the first one remade from the 3DS up to the Wii, or sorry, not the Wii, the Switch.
Yo.
It's the one where it was kind of a little controversy. They had like a double pack for that one where like if you want to buy it physically, you can do that, and you get like a DLC, not DLC, a download for Monster Hunter Stories 2. If you never got that, it's kind of a decent deal if you never got Monster Hunter Stories 2. But if you already have that physical copy, then you're kind of buying $60 for this game when if you look on the eShop right now, Stories 1 is just $30. What's more,
Really?
on PlayAsia, you can actually get like a standalone physical copy for that one that's multi-language supported for like 23 to 24 bucks. So
What the fuck?
it's weird, but the fact is that they ported this game that would otherwise be locked away on the 3DS. I'm happy about that at the very least. And
Okay,
I also got
that's fair.
and I also got the PlayAsia copy as well. So I'm also good on that.
Well, all right then.
All right.
Jesus, double up.
Uh
That's funny.
Outer Sloth, same thing as Bloomhouse actually, where like they're the ones who did Among Us, and right? I might be misremembering that, yeah. But otherwise, all the support that they've received, they're putting into like their own type of publishing type of thing where they'll just be helping out other people. So it's the exact same thing. I really like that. I appreciate that one. They also had this opportunity to slide in the Among Us show.
Crazy.
I mean,
God.
I guess pay the bills, I suppose.
No, I mean, bro, I was just watching out of curiosity because I'm like, how's it gonna work?
That's true.
How's it gonna work?
I'm pretty sure they'll talk.
Yeah, like, is it episodic? Like, are they gonna be rolling around? Like, are we rolling with a different cycle every time? Like, my thing would be, is one group of people, and then, nah, man, it'd probably be too much. Like, no, they're gonna give these,
It's like
give these characters depth.
They give them like the Total Drama Island touch up.
Maybe, I don't know. And is it taking them that long to find one murderer? That's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, I watched it out of curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing with Among Us.
Among Us.
It was an interesting game. I'm glad that it had like that much of an impact on people and they were having fun with it. I mean, I can't play that all the time.
Sure.
Like, I can't remember the last time I played it, but this game is just like, how good are you at lying? And I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to lie in a video game that often, and it's not as funny. I'm just yelling at people to say, "Oops, that was like I put the wires together." I get tired of doing that shit. That feels like a lot.
It's definitely it's a fun friends game type of thing. Sure.
Yeah. Even then, like if somebody was like, "You want to play Among Us?" I'm like, nah.
Nah.
Me personally, I'm straight. It's still a nice game though. I'll give credit where credit is due. I don't want to downplay it. It's just not a usual spin for me.
Let's see.
Boy. That was a TV show.
Yeah. The thing following up with that was actually Sonic X Shadow Generations. So
you know what? Damn, I feel bad now. Because that was a game I was supposed to put a pre-order on, and I only did it for, what did I do? I think I only did Sparking Zero. I'm stupid. I just did this yesterday. And that was one of the games that's like,
oh, okay.
And that's also coming out in October, isn't it?
The month of October. It's like, where's the money?
Ooh. Yeah, right. What do they call it? October? Like your wallet's just done.
Over.
It's fucking so much money. What else is coming out in October? Wait, was Monster Hunter Wilds coming out next year, isn't it?
Next year, yeah.
Yeah, oof.
Because there was another one. There was a third game. I don't remember what it was.
Man, it's gonna fucking my wallet. Oh, my wallet. But yeah, nah, man. Nah, Sonic Shadow up as we know.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it. I'm getting it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely get it myself too. I did play through like the original Sonic generations, like backwards compatible with Xbox, and that was good. I had some weird platforming issues like on the Xbox version here, but I mean that could have been just me. But as far as the presentation, it was great. So it's pretty much all that, and then they're also giving Shadow a lot of love here. So fair enough. It's probably the best remake they could possibly go for a Sonic game.
We got fucking Oh, we got demon wings now. Oh my fucking god, dude.
I
Oh my
don't even
goodness.
know what to say about that. I'm curious
Hey,
about it
dude,
though.
that's very weird. Some ugly wings, but hey, man, whatever.
I mean, if they want to go the extra edge, all right.
Yeah, he's like half. Yeah, he's half alien. They might as well make him use it.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, Black Doom.
Black Doom coming back is crazy.
Yeah, he's like, you thought I was gone, did ya? Now I'm about
Mhm.
to pull an Inception on you. Everything's flipping around now.
That's true. You're going to
That's
also see that portrait of Sonic and Shadow, like at the presidential office.
oh my god. And he's like in his desk. Oh, the president got a picture of these dudes. Who took the picture? Like, I don't know. It was way safer when you two were here, Sonic. What the anyway, yeah, that great game. Look good.
Crazy. A couple other things I wasn't like too interested in, but I'll give shouts to Alan Wake 2. The fact that it gets a physical, there's some DLC like incorporated with it too, or well, to be happening. It's actually out right now as far as the DLC, so that's really cool. But everything else here is kind of dwindling on my interest. But I will say the new Capcom game, what was it, Kinitsugami Path of the Goddess? That's a new one from Capcom. It's kind it's like a character action, but it's also kind of tower defense. I think the idea is that you're taking a princess from point A to point B, and you're defending her by either fighting yourself or having a hired like group of like mercenaries or just villagers fight alongside you as like evil like night spirits like come stalking out like from the woodwork. It's crazy.
Yeah, you could either roll with Adonis, the wandering samurai, or Ted the farmer. Like, it's kind of wild that you can have that as an ability. And you just give them a mask and they gonna follow suit. I was watching what's his face? Again, because bruh, Max is everywhere. But anyway, I was watching him play it, and I was just thinking, like, this game does look interesting. God, there's so much. Hold on. How are we? We're talking about the Summer Games Fest and then Xbox, because he did something interesting. And I thought it was worth talking about. But before I dive too much into that, this game is super unique. Like, honestly, when I look at it, it doesn't feel like I'm looking at another game I've seen before. I might be wrong. I don't know. I like games, but I don't play too many games that I feel look like that. And then also to know that it's a tower defense. The last tower defense game I played was what? Pixel Junk? Pixel Junkies? I think that's what it was called. That's a super fun game. That's a super fun tower defense game. But yeah, it's a unique looking style for sure. It looks good. I think I'll just get it for how unique it is, honestly.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's only if people want to, risk out and see how they feel about a game that's a tower defense, but also stands out because of how it looks. It's like, it looks good, but is it good? Yeah, and stuff like that.
I'm curious. Like, it has to have some kind of like really addicting gameplay loop, and I'm starting to see little bits of it here and there with the gameplay. But I'd love to see it kind of take more of an RPG kind of inspiration, where like you're growing the character and letting them get, I guess, additional abilities that help them better, like in these like sanctioned like action stages.
You know what? Maybe that is a hook of it. That might be the case. Honestly, I just liked how I kept admiring how the game looked. But the tower defense thing, I feel like you can get like a nice replay value out of that, especially if you like getting a game to where like changes in difficulty might be a thing. So like, you think that run was too easy, and if you up the challenge in there, you can get more out of it, like more of a reward of beating a challenging level in the game. So who knows? That's what I usually think for like tower defense games. Like, if it's too easy and it's like, fucking, am I playing it? Like, whatever. But it all depends. Let's see.
Just a couple more. Honestly, like the last standouts for the Summer Game Fest that I could just see like right off the bat. Monster Hunter Wilds, just more gameplay of it, and we're gonna see more of that in Gamescom as well in August. And also Phantom Blade Zero. Both look phenomenal.
Phantom Blade Zero, that was the one with what's his face?
It
like,
was
playing like a samurai or a what is he, a ninja?
He's kind of like a ninja samurai type of deal. A lot of the movements like super flashy. It makes it look like
Yeah, it
you're
does
just
look
watching
crazy.
a sequence, but if you're moving like that, crazy.
Yeah, nah, that's gonna be good. I'm all for it. Because I do remember seeing like the preview when it first got announced. Like I don't know how long it's been, but that little teaser or whatever, I was like, hey, and like anything that has like flashy fights choreography, it's like, yo, I'm for it. Let's go ahead and buy this damn thing. When does it come out? I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah, we never got like an actual release date on that one, which is kind of saddening, but fair enough.
Damn.
Honestly,
Yep.
like for what it promises, I'm all for it. I'll wait for it.
Oh hell yeah. Definitely get the game.
So yeah, honestly, like looking at just those ones by themselves, it was pretty solid. But obviously, it's a showcase where like there's going to be other games that you may or may not be interested in. So you know, consider that. Consider
Yeah.
that. It's just really interesting. I
Yeah, honestly.
guess third party stuff aside, the first party would otherwise keep you like hooked, like would hook you in to stuff. But
I was
that's
trying to
like
think
for.
of
hmm
oh yeah, go ahead.
I was sorry. I was just thinking that like, well, I guess that also falls in line with like if Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo are doing their own thing, then the first party stuff would like keep you in. Third party is kind of like spacing things out a little bit.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Because I'm also thinking how to grade a showcase. Most of the time, whenever I think of it, me personally, if there's something like new and it looks pretty cool, I would think it's way better when you see gameplay and a release date.
Yeah.
Like if you have something that feels a little too like vague, it's like like the only example I can think of that looked because it's in the Xbox showcase actually. When there's a game that's concept, the concept looks pretty cool and whatever. I'll give that like a that's pretty cool, I guess. Like you
Mhm.
remember Beyond Good and Evil, like all those years ago. Like
Yeah.
Beyond Good and Evil. I don't know. I have no idea what this game looks like. Not even the first one. But that intro, well, that little trailer or whatever,
hmm
where it's like it's just only cinematics, no gameplay. It did look interesting. There's some personality in it, so it gets me interested. So I want to at least give trailers like that the benefit. Um, but the way I would grade it is definitely if the concept is cool enough, like if the trailer is cool enough, gameplay is cool enough, especially for games I don't know. Like if they come out with something new that I'm like, yo, what the fuck,
hmm
and it ends up looking good. That's a good way to grade it. But then also, I think it was who pretty sure Phil brought it up. Like another way of looking at it is like its release window. Because imagine getting a release window of like something that's like, yo, this looks interesting, and that shit don't come out for like another 2 or some years.
Mm.
Like that kind of sucks. But then also, there's the potential of a game being delayed. So I'm like, well, you kind of, I don't know if I feel about like grading it off of that entirely.
hmm
But most of the time, I would say like Summer Games Fest. That was pretty good. That was a pretty fun one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Because yeah, updating us on things we're doing right now still, and then on top of interesting new things coming out, it's like well, fucking, it was pretty good. Like no real complaints for me, honestly. Even for games I wouldn't play.
hmm
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Damn. You said it so optimistically over Phil. Still give the 6 out of 10.
Mid.
It was mid, but I liked it. Mid 6.
That was so funny. But
I
not,
maintain my 7. There was a good amount that I liked. If it really was some things I was indifferent of, I'd probably give it like the 6 or 5.
oh yeah, no. Honestly, I mean, it was a 7. I'm kidding. It was a 7.
Okay, okay.
Honestly, it was more like because it does kind of get dampened out from games that I actually want,
Mhm.
and I'm actually interested in, and then I'm giving benefits to ones that I'm like not gonna play.
All right.
But still, now with man, I don't think I even give a score to Xboxes, but I think that was like a
Yeah, we're gonna
at
jump
least
into Xbox actually. Yeah, I think Xbox
I,
is. I think that was like
I'll at least
honestly
think that.
that was probably their best presentation in like quite a long time, and they kind of had to be like their best one for
All things considered, yeah,
yeah.
because the stuff they brought out. I remember seeing what did I see? I think I saw. Oh no, it was I saw the Black Hokage stream the other day, and I think a couple other people brought us some things about the showcase. A little bit of a sidebar, but well, I mean, I'll preface this with this. I think it was probably an 8 out of 10. Like at least an 8 out of 10. Because all things considered, the trailers and everything we saw, there was gameplay, and then because we're not getting Doom, the Dark Ages until sometime next year. It didn't even say it. I don't think it said a month. It just said a year.
Yeah,
it's like
2025.
Not this year. Yeah, it's like not this year. Haha. Just dangle this in front of you. But what's another thing? Sound. Wait. Sound. What was it called again? It's the game with the girl.
Yeah, I know what you. What was
South
it?
of Midnight. Yeah.
South of Midnight. Thank you.
Yeah. See, that was a thing I was gonna mention because when it first got announced, like a year or whatever ago, there's nothing. There's no gameplay. Yeah, right. It looks good, and then come to find out that the game comes out and it looks just as good as the cinematics. That's like its approach. More of the what's his face? Because you're gonna have to thank Into the Spider-Verse for this. The stop motion, like the
low
cut,
frame
like
rate,
that
yeah.
kind of it. Yeah, it's such a neat style. It's neat. Like most times people get pissed when you get low frame rate, but now they make it look cool. And I was just like, most of this game just looks like this definitely something I'm getting. I need to support it more. They need to give me like the collector's edition, the digital version. Like I gotta support this game. Like it looks so nice, man.
Okay.
Gameplay style, like it looks great.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a less intensive, like Devil May Cry type of like gameplay that I saw from South of Midnight.
Yeah, you're right. They even do that thing where they cut you off and it's just you and the enemy.
Yeah.
They're like, you ain't going nowhere, and then you just beat them up, and then you advance to the next part.
There was a lot of I want to preface that this Xbox showcase had a collection of both like new announcements, updates / DLC to existing games, just the tiniest bit about hardware, and just like sneak peeks like beyond.
Oh shit! What was the thing about hardware?
Oh yeah.
Somebody pointed that out. Actually, wasn't it the one with like the update for like the Xbox Series S, but like it's 2 terabytes?
1 terabyte. Well, yeah. So there's the Xbox Series X, which is like the more powerful of the two, in white, all digital. So there's no disc slot. So that's the difference. So it's essentially your digital library, and it looks like they're still pushing forward like preservation. So you shouldn't have to worry too much about that for a while. The Xbox Series S, still the same type of like hardware. It just supports like 1 terabyte instead of like 512. And we have a Xbox Series X that is 2 terabytes instead of just 1. So
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I think if you already have one of these, then you don't have to really worry about it. But for those who kind of want to start like considering, then these are some pretty valuable like options for you.
I'm definitely gonna need it because I got nothing of Xbox. Like I think my 360 still exists somewhere. I just don't have it. But I definitely got to get it, and it's all for South of Midnight. I mean, and then Doom. But oh wait, hold on, my bad. I'm probably even gonna get it for Expedition 22.
Oh,
that game actually looks pretty interesting. Like if I have to get
Expedition 33. Oh my god, that's the one with Ben Starr and like yeah.
I said 22. Anyway, but yeah, that game.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling.
No, that's even worse that it's brought up there. But honestly, that game looks good. Presentation and all that stuff, man. They make that mess look super nice.
It was like the cleanest looking, and then it just jumps into gameplay, and that's what it's gonna look like, bro. That's how I felt like when Final Fantasy 13 like showed its gameplay. I was like, that was seamless.
Yeah, seamless transitions is great. But yeah, and even though I'm not a huge fan of turn-based RPGs, it's not like I can't like give it a shot. Because honestly, of course you got Pokemon, but what's his face? Persona 4 Golden was one I played back when I had a Vita, and that made me think of like, hey, yo, what? What? This game's fun as hell. Shit. I just keep playing like turn-based stuff, and as much as I do want to run up and beat up people, it's still not a bad game to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Expedition is looking good. That's definitely I'm definitely gonna cop that. I'm gonna take a little curiosity's been piqued, bro.
Speaking of running up and beating people up, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater had its gameplay finally shown off, and it's pretty much just Metal Gear 5, but just like it's like taking place in 3, so it's like great. It's fantastic, actually. So
pretty wild. Jesus. I don't remember the last time I even played Metal Gear, so maybe I have to take some time to dive back into it.
Yeah, the last one I played was 5, and I guess I kind of was curious about the series since playing 5, but I never finished that one. And I don't.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I didn't hear good things about it myself, so I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Metal Gear 5 was actually one of the pickups I got, like at SoCal Game, because it was just there. It was like $5. I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
5 for 5? Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I understand that Metal Gear 5 is technically an incomplete game because of like the development on that one, but the gameplay is still like stands. Yeah.
The fact that it was incomplete is annoying too. So. Jesus.
They showed off a bit of Fable. It was not too much gameplay, but it looks great.
How do I feel about that?
It definitely takes more of the comedic like approach to things.
Yeah, also, I've just never played Fable though. Have you played Fable?
I have. I played through Fable 2. That was like the best like out of the 3. Yeah. It's been a hot minute, so I don't remember exactly how it like played out. Moreover, like you traverse like different places, and I forget how the combat like exactly plays out, but I definitely was like kind of sunken into it. So I'm pretty sure like one would be like really interested in trying it out, like with possibly a new feel for it.
Yeah, because I had a vicarious experience. My friends had it on their PlayStation when I was younger, or like what was it, PlayStation with Fable? Or was it all? It wasn't all. No, it was all Xbox, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure Fable was like shown up on different platforms. Yeah, like maybe PlayStation 3.
Remember, yeah, was it? I just only remember the one where it's that kid. It's like the kid with the cover looking into a puddle or some crap. Something like a reflection of himself. Yeah, that's the only one I remember.
It could be like Xbox stuff.
Cause, bruh,
I guess maybe, yeah. I could have sworn.
Super interesting. You know what I'm talking about. But like, I don't know. You know what it is though? Okay, here's the thing. All these look great. Blah blah blah. But now it's just like,
okay.
I'm trying not to. What's the way? Not trying to content brain all this stuff. You know, like there's gonna be games that I definitely want to just like.
You just want to play.
Be games I just want to play. Yeah, right.
I get you.
There are gonna be games I would like to like put out there and give. Well, I could probably just make a review. I could always make a review of these games. But as far as like making any kind of content on it, like be it streaming it or whatever, like I got to think of it in that regard, because most of these things I could just play. I would just rather play and just enjoy it.
Sure.
Holy hell. Like imagine Expedition 33. That would be a game I'd talk about in a review or something. Damn. But as far as like games that like, I guess, can I even say? No, I'm still pretty interested in it. Like, look, hold on. What's a game? What did I see? Flintlock always looked interesting. The demo isn't. Yeah, the demo isn't out. I just saw Black Okage stream on it, but that was a game I was interested in, and it doesn't look too bad. There was some glitches because I mean, like, hey, it was a demo or whatever the fuck. But like even this game Stalker 2, that looked interesting.
That looked pretty good.
I just never played the first one, right? Like Stalker look fun. Like I don't know, but I still give it a shot. She was like, wait, hold on, which one was? How do you feel about State of Decay 3? Because that was something that they've been waiting on this whole time.
Ooh, you know what? They didn't show too much as far as like the gameplay. Granted, like it's its third game, so you kind of already expect like how a good play is going to play
Yeah,
out. But they went with a
formula
story trailer where it was like more like of like the morality of things like in the world. State of Decay like is something that's a little bit more arcadic kind of in a way because
okay.
I guess as far as
Yeah.
like it's kind of goofy, like it doesn't take itself too seriously. But I feel like State of
Wait,
Decay
really?
3 feels like way more serious. Or at least that's how I felt about State of Decay 2. Like
I
obviously
do.
they don't
Huh?
it's not like the characters don't take the situation seriously. It's just that like given how like the gameplay feels, it doesn't feel like it's so weighted that like everything is of consequence. Like you just like
Cause hold
God.
on, this is gonna be a good little thing then. Cause I know nothing. I know nothing of State of Decay.
It
I've
does
never even looked
nothing.
at the front case. Like I don't know what the front case looks like on the first one. So I was
Hmm.
thinking, with the way you were talking about it, um, do you want to say it's like? I mean, it may not to this degree, but you know how Dead Rising was, where like, of
Hmm.
course, the gameplay felt like super loony. You're fighting a horde of these zombies, and then like there's bits of humor, all the other stuff, right? But as far as like consequences, um, that game felt like it had more consequences. Like, bruh, like those what's his faces,
Hmm.
those escort missions. Like you're done. Like if that person's out, you can't bring them into the end of the game where everybody makes it out or whatever the fuck.
Hmm.
Now with State of Decay, is it play like? When I was looking at it, I was like, is it like some Last of Us mess? Like, does it play like as far as like functions and controls, does it play like that? Like over the shoulder, are you shooting or what is it? I don't know what this game
There's
looks like.
definitely over the shoulder shooting. It's not quite as like fidelity wise like play like The Last of Us because they got that down like
Okay.
pat. But with State of K3, yeah, it kind of gives you kind of like Dead Rising vibes. Yeah, I'd say that.
Really? What the
You're not
fuck?
fighting against like hordes and hordes of enemies, but it's definitely like more of a
Like
survival
a hefty
shooter.
amount.
But
Okay.
yeah, you have a little bit more to work with.
So interesting. So interesting.
So I'm
Okay.
curious as
All
to
right.
like their approach with like State of Decay 3.
I got no info on this game, and I didn't want to look up anything
Yeah,
until I'm like, do I want to commit to this game? I have to sort out. I have to sort it out in my head, like what
I
I want to do with this game.
pretty sure State of Decay 2 is like available on Game Pass, so like whether it be PC or like an Xbox console, then maybe.
I would, yeah, well, yeah, okay. Maybe.
I
What
for
else?
I
Oh, you know
over
what?
yeah, I overlooked Dark Perfect Dark by the way. That's something that
I
feels
never.
absolutely like over the roof with that one.
Yeah, I've never played any of the Perfect Darks.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, when he told me it was a first person shooter, I was like, what the fuck? I thought you were telling me about an action game with this redhead. Like I didn't know what it was.
yeah, it's like you mean
Man,
control.
that
but
is crazy. Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's interesting because like it is like I don't even know exactly what the gameplay like loop is. It almost is like a maybe Splinter Cell, maybe 007, but it's like it's a female lead, first person shooter. And
Yeah.
from the gameplay that we saw, like there's a little bit more about that. Like there's additional like gadgetry you get to work with. Some cool like I guess I can't say is it QTE close quarters combat stuff. And
Oh yeah.
there's a little bit of parkour too. It's interesting. Kind of reminds me of
I was
Mirror's
like
Edge.
I was like Q2E. Boy, it has Q2E QTE in this game. That'd be
Mm.
crazy. But hey
So
man,
yeah,
it
they,
is.
the fact is they finally showed gameplay. That's kind of what we wanted. That's kind of the goal. For release date, we'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I'll be cool with diving into this series. It's gonna be pretty fun.
Personal question about like, what do you feel about this one called Mixtape? It's obviously not a
Uh,
streamable game. It's got a lot of references here and there, but it's interesting because it's just a couple kids listening to music. But as far as like them skating around, it looked pretty smooth.
I do like games that have like a unique feel, especially when it is looking like this game is gonna be story focused, and you can get hopefully, depending on how good the writing is or whatever with this thing, you can get invested with these characters.
Mm.
Like the display that they're going with, the direction that they give these characters in the game, its art direction looks pretty nice. Like it doesn't have to be like super fucking, high texture. No, we don't need all that. They have like this very unique style to where I'm invested. Like this is a aesthetically nice looking game, and the way they move around is gonna make me even more invested while it's giving me a really good story. Hopefully, the game itself, like if we're gonna give it off of controls and stuff,
Hmm.
it's nice enough to complement whatever they're doing for the story. But I'm definitely gonna get into that. That's on my little list
Hmm.
after after I get an Xbox. So it's gonna be pretty good.
We'll figure that out for sure.
Oh, so matter of fact, time to make a budget.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Like,
budget.
go on, yeah, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna make this budget.
Okay, cool. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Obviously, we're just kind of picking out games that we're kind of intrigued with.
That's not like flying.
I'm not sure if I like vibe with like Flight Simulator like that, but it's always like a breathtaking like thing to see.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. I'm cool off of it. Have you ever tried one of those ones before, like a actual flight simulator?
No, I haven't.
Like sitting in a little seat, and then it has
Oh, you
like a
mean like
whole
that?
display.
Oh, I don't know about that
Yeah,
because like, don't they usually have like all the button layouts there?
I got Dang, wait, how old was I? Holy shit! I did this when I was like, I was
You was
like middle
7?
school or high school.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
no, no.
whoa, I can't even reach it.
Yeah, it's like, wow, we're gonna crash, and then like I can't reach the button.
Oh,
But no,
dive!
I was I want to say, I definitely want to say middle school.
Middle
I can say
school.
middle school with
Okay.
some confidence because it was a friend of mine who I met in middle school, but I've known him for a while, and I swear it could have possibly been while we were in high school. Um, we went to this little what is it? His his girlfriend's house. Um, and then was it hanging out with her friends, and then I think it was her dad. I'm pretty sure it was her dad. I was like, either uncle, dad, I don't fucking know. It's a family member, and they had like this little layout and this little fucking the structure that looks like what you would fit in, like it's like a cockpit for the jet or
Mhm.
for a plane, whatever the fuck. I don't know. It was fun, but it was just cool sitting in there because the way that they gave it, like the simulation of sitting in there was pretty crazy. I crashed twice, I think, but
Damn.
it was still cool because what you can get like somebody prepped for when it comes to actually flying the real thing is
Mhm.
I don't know. I like shit like that. Trial and error with technology in that way is super interesting. So to have that, and like you have to be a mechanical engineer or whatever he had to set out to do to make sure that it was as close to what you would have to do as possible for flight simulation.
Mhm.
I think that's a little bit more interesting to do. I don't know how they're gonna do it for what is it for this game. I'm pretty sure they can always make it feel nice because it's like simulation. It's another fucking that's what a game is.
Mhm.
Um, that that is interesting. I will not be playing it, but I will give props for people who do stuff like this. It's pretty nice.
Very
Uh,
nice.
but as far as like other things that caught your attention,
Oh, okay. Well, I can tell you about just like the additional showcase for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. But I think this was kind of interesting, like cinematic type of trailer. It was just to show off the the movie like cutscenes and like the music score and the characters because they really brought in like a goofy Indiana Jones like character villain and they did it well.
oh, oh, as far as what I can remember from what I've seen of Indiana Jones, which is not a lot.
Mhm.
Um, I'm usually just taking Phil's word for it because that's one of his favorites. As
Yeah.
far as like one of his favorite movie franchises, Indiana Jones has always had that tone. Indiana Jones, uh, whatever, maybe it was them. I don't know. I'm gonna give them credit for a lot of things because, of course, they inspired fucking Nathan Drake. Uh, but that style in action movies, where like, how can I describe it? Oh, campy. No, matter of fact, that's like the best word for most of those movies in that era, where things were like lighthearted.
Mm.
Like, yo, this guy is beating up Nazis. You think this would be a little bit more stressful and oh my god, it's more serious. Nah, man. He's like, nah. He's over here boxing him. Some of them getting more
Mm.
confident. Like there was a scene where I swear it was an Indiana Jones reference. They made a reference to the scene where uh Indiana Jones was fighting somebody in like a plane and it was revolving. And they made fun of it in Family Guy where Peter was fighting a big old chicken, and then
Oh
like
yeah.
they were fighting and stuff, and then like he wasn't paying attention to the fact that a spinning blade was right behind him, so
Mm.
he ended up getting got. Or like another scene that was cool from Indiana Jones was like I think he was getting ready to fight somebody, and he's pulling off all these flashy moves, and I think he had a sword or something, and
Mm.
then Indiana Jones said, "Forget all that," and just shot him. So I was like, "Hey yo, like all that, just like there's like a cut of tension being separated because it's kind of funny. Like that mess is funny. Whereas like even in the showcase when they're on that ship, and
Yeah.
the enemy pops in and like blah blah, and they're just having like a lot of goofy moments where he's trying to, you know, interrogate him, press him for info, but he's over here like tripping out and being goofy.
Mhm.
That's pretty much the essence of Indiana Jones. And that's cool that that whoever's doing this mess that said that they got it. So it's like, why not? It's like, man, hopefully, now hopefully gameplay's fun because first person perspective.
With the whip
And this
is
is like third
crazy.
person. Yeah, then they got third person angles. I think there was like
Maybe a
when
few
you're
of those.
climbing or you're like
Yeah.
zip lining or something. I'm like, okay, so we'll pick and choose. I don't know if you get to choose for the entirety of the game, but
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure its initial and intended perspective is first person. So yeah, I wouldn't mind playing it.
For sure. Yeah.
There's not a lot of first person games like that I like playing. Like I remember Skyrim, but other than that,
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, but
That
Indiana
looks
Jones will
good.
be like entirely different. I guess it will be like an Uncharted game, but it's all first person, and maybe not to like scale this, scale that to like these to a certain extent. So it'll probably be relatively grounded.
Yeah, they gotta. Yeah, they gotta make it like a little bit, not too exaggerated as far as like the things that you get to pull off in that game. But whatever they're gonna exaggerate is gonna be like in essence of capturing what Indiana Jones is.
Hmm.
I would assume. A lot of that's gonna be done with like the characters and the story, though. Honestly.
True. Next one is actually probably something that's a little bit more your speed. It's Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. I believe this is the Souls-like game that I saw.
Why the holy shit? Hold on. Why did I? I'm not gonna lie. I remember enjoying it, but like only the like three. Well, like this game stuck out to me. I thought it was pretty good. But Wu Chang. Honestly, when I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck happened in that game?" Let me see if I can find that video. I feel
Yeah,
bad
I'm
now. I feel bad
pulling this up. Yeah, like
because even
it
what's his face was interesting.
kind of gave me just the slightest bit of Sekiro, but it's probably heavy more Souls-like instead of that.
It was. Oh wait. Okay, now I remember. I'm tripping. Late Ming Dynasty. Because honestly, bro, yeah, she was like fighting a thing on a mountain of bodies or something. I
Yeah,
was like, first of all, what in the concept? Like, what? What's going on? What's going on? That was crazy. Fucking,
yeah, it's I can't
and she
even
not.
like describe because like that's kind of like this the From Soft like type of vibe it gives off.
Yeah, man, definitely should have thought about this. She hasn't seen Star Wars clearly.
Hmm.
The
I've had
high
that.
ground. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Oh, the high ground, and then she gets smacked.
and then she has to activate the devil trigger.
Yeah, right, dude. Honestly, bro, like I think I'm definitely gonna get into this. This looks interesting, but looking back at it now, I don't know. I keep thinking about
Hmm.
hmm, maybe. I'm sorry. I'm seeing her like throw the axe around and stuff, like
Well,
fighting the
like,
bosses.
kind of like Eliza P type of situation.
Like I would probably assume that this is definitely gonna have a different feel. Like even what's his face? You know what's the game we were talking about earlier? Phantom Zero.
Oh yeah,
People thought
Phantom
that
Blades.
would be a
Yeah.
Souls-like. They thought that would be more of a Souls-like, but it's like, no, it's not. From what I saw, as far as like the gameplay and everything, maybe this might be in the same vein. Maybe in the way that it feels though, because I thought I just saw when I was looking at this trailer for it, the Wu Chang thing. They had a weapon that reminded me of something from, was it from Bloodborne? Like a spear gun.
Spear gun.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Ooh.
Crazy concept. You would have thought that mess was in like Ruby or something, but nah. Spear gun was like a thing that they had in there as a weapon. And now I was thinking like the way that this game looks, probably would definitely give its let me see. Based off of what people are writing about. Yeah, no, never mind. They're saying this is gonna be a Souls-like. Never mind.
Oh, Phantom Blade?
No, not Phantom Blade,
Wu Chang. Yeah, for sure. That definitely
okay.
gives Souls-like vibes.
Man, now will it be better than Lies of P?
Only
I
time
don't
will
want to
tell.
compare, but yeah, right. Well, I don't want to compare, but I doubt it. But who knows? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna depend
good,
because like I think it's interesting with those types of games because it's both like the gameplay, but it's also kind of like the lore. Because like those games, try to understand, they don't really give you a lot of information. You have to kind of pick it up and piece it together yourself.
The environmental storytelling, like Bloodborne and Dark Souls, they do that a lot. But with like Lies of P, you're given a story, like a work of what you have to do. Like and they kind of give like other characters to like flush that out as well. Because how can I think of this? Like with Bloodborne, you're just a hunter. Like you're going to this area where you gotta kill all these monsters and everything. But then, do you get a lot of that in Lies of P? Because in Bloodborne, there's areas where you see like characters and you get like an idea of what happened in this area. Depending on what route you take. Because even in Bloodborne, the first major boss? I think it's the first major boss. Father Gascoigne is a character that it looks like he's doing the same thing you're doing, but he's gotten taken over by whatever's afflicting people to be beast. If you go at it just straightforward in that game and you run into him, you don't get like any kind of bell and whistle, none of that other like side story mess. But unless you go to this area where you talk to a girl in a window, yeah, she gives you that music box. Like you wouldn't get that kind of context if you're not looking around and enjoying the environment as it is. And it also gives you a bit of storytelling as well. It gives you characters, like gives you depths to characters that even though you only deal with them once, that was pretty interesting to have. Now, maybe this game might have it too, honestly, because if they're basing it off of, I believe, an actual dynasty in Chinese history, you're probably going to get some interesting side stories and like environmental storytelling from that too. Maybe. Oh, yeah. It looks good. Let me see. I think that's probably it. Because what the hell is a Black Ops 6? What the hell? Nobody wants to play that in man.
No, hold on. First of all, I don't care for Black Ops. Second of all,
here's another one.
There's a Avowed story trailer that's honestly like that's just scratches like the Skyrim itch that I've like lost for a little bit. That's all I gotta say about that. There's a new game here too called Atomfall. I'm just kind of
what does that look like?
Yeah, it's another first person shooter. It's an interesting setting. They got mechs as enemies, so like that kind of piques my curiosity a lot. We already talked about Soccer 2, and then of course the last thing is the Gears announcement for E-Day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you?
That looks crazy.
I got asked, have you played like any of the Gears games before?
Yeah, I played was it the first two? But it was never mine. It was my friend. When we would get ready to go to school, we would meet up at his house, and then we'll play a couple of matches, and then sometimes we'll go and play like some bit of the story or something. But I mean, I feel kind of bad now that I think about it because I wish I could have played more, and I never bought my own copy of Gears of War because I enjoyed it, even though I suck at shooters. I was like, I feel like if there's a genre of a game that I'm usually not playing, but I still enjoy it, it's like bro, you already got my interest. Gears of War was definitely one of them. Like it's
Mhm.
third person shooter, so like shooters, I'm not the best at.
Yeah, I
Ratchet and
get
Clank,
that.
Ratchet and Clank, yeah, Ratchet and Clank is like there's shooting involved, but like it's not in the same vein you would shoot like in Gears of War or fucking what's another third person, bro? I can't even think of one right now. That's tragic. But yeah, third person shooters are fun. I just suck at them. Gears
Mhm.
of War was the one I was kind of easy to step into because it looked cool as shit. Like, bro, first of all, the armor, I was like, bro, is everybody just yoked up? Like, damn, like everybody just got egg and wheat
Yo,
thins is the diet. Like, they're all buffed out, and then on top of the armor. So the chainsaw gun was crazy too. That was a wild concept. The story was wild too, and I can't remember too
yeah,
much of
dude.
it, but like just on a baseline on how it looks, just like from just looking at it,
Mhm.
super fun game. Damn.
It was a lot of fun. Like honestly, I wasn't even like into like shooter games at all, first person or third person. But this one sold me on the third person aspect of things. The story was really good. It was always like, yeah, obviously it's humanity versus like an alien type of like entity, and but it was all taking place
Yeah.
on Earth. And I think there was a lot of really cool like set piece moments like in the games. And honestly, the fact is that it did set the example for third person shooters like back in the day. Like,
You know what?
and that's on
Wasn't
top
it?
of the active reloading, the roadie run.
Yeah, and wasn't it Gears that started the no health thing? Like when you get
Yeah,
shot and
yeah,
you
yeah,
see like the symbol. Yeah,
yeah.
it
It's
was
just
them
like
that
this.
started that.
That yeah, that's crazy. They've set a lot of
It's like
examples.
yeah, basically getting shot is like you're loading up your you lose screen. That was a
Hmm.
crazy thing to deal with. But yeah, definitely gonna deal with that. That game looks great.
Yeah, honestly,
Uh,
like it's a great time just to kind of replay them all.
yeah, bro, I can't wait. Cause I'm also thinking like again, try not to content brain everything, but like just even just to make time for it.
Hmm.
Man, there's been some crazy stuff that I've been missing out on. What's another
Hmm.
thing? I think that's pretty much it for me. There was another game I was like, what the fuck is this? What is it? It's this
Yeah, go ahead.
it was a Dragon Age. I can see things on my
Oh,
phone.
direct. Oh, I was gonna say
What, yeah, was it Frag Punk? Frag Punk was like that hero shooter
it
one,
was a
I
hero
think.
shooter. That's why I literally
Yeah.
rolled my eyes on that one.
I am okay. And then I feel kind of bad for this one because it does look interesting. It stands out because you're a mouse in Winterboro.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the tiptoeing my Jordans looking at.
yeah, fucking high stepping. Yeah, nah, that motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting.
Mhm.
I will give it a look see at some point, but not. It's not a priority.
I got you.
Um, but yeah, honestly, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So
A solid showcase.
yeah, I really like that one. That was really strong. I guess my only issue was just not a lot of release time windows or dates. I kind of wish there
Yeah,
were
that
like
one. Okay.
more, but other than that, everything pretty much looked good.
The only thing I would hope there has to be a standard set for this. I swear I heard this
Mm,
recently. Like as far as when you give, because it's possible that these games could be delayed even from a release window they've given us.
I
But I feel like I feel like more or less
somebody's
when you get a
watching
release
me.
window, like you gotta
Hmm.
get like a what's his face? You gotta get like there's gotta be more confidence behind it. It can't just be said like because now what is it? Oh, this is what it was. I saw somebody bring up the fact that what Metro Prime 4, that's
I
not what was the last update we had on that? Like
That
that
was
was
7 years ago.
like it
Well, at
got
least
initially
announced.
like yep, it got announced 7 years ago, and then what was the announcement of them reworking it? How long has that been?
I don't remember. I think that may have been like a year afterward or two.
So like
I don't remember.
yeah, like two. Like it's been like probably 5 years since they mentioned that they're reworking it. And
Mm,
it's like shit can happen. So I'd rather this is just me, because to be honest,
mhm.
I kind of get sick of leaks. Cause the whole thing with Street Fighter 6 Season 2, that was a crazy announcement. And
Mm.
nobody leaked it. I'm glad that nobody leaked it. Like that's the last thing I need when I want to enjoy something. It's kind of like the equivalent of spoilers for like manga chapters. Like I'm not trying to see that. Keep that to yourself. Shut up. Like we're just trying to actually enjoy it as it happens. But people get anxious, and that throws it off. Because now that say that you get this leak, and then now your expectations are high, and sure you found a leak, but now you're not even sure when it's gonna come out. It's like why not just wait? I'd rather the people who developed this would probably I feel like they would want the same too. Like they would want this stuff to work out. It just shit happens. But I'd rather them just announce it when there's a little bit more confidence behind it, rather than just pulling a what's his face Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
what the fuck, man, that game had a crazy rap sheet. That was wild. And then when it first released, it still was janky. It took like another couple of years to be good. It's like why not just announce the game when it's ready?
true.
Like what?
I don't know.
Weird stuff.
I guess that's gonna happen when you have multiple like teams like working on it. Something kind of falls through unexpectedly, and it causes delays across.
That is fair, yeah. It's a rough business to deal with. The more I keep seeing,
Especially with the first parties.
Yeah, like getting a bit of insight on the development for these games and how expensive these bitches are too. Oh my god. But yeah, no, man. That's why I'm like, shoot. That's why I'm more of the idea that I wish these games would be more towards just making it a good game. Like, of course, picking your genre appropriately. Like, say if you want to get a game, like a game for, I feel like when you see shit like Call of Duty, they really they appreciate playing a game like that, where like high textures and freaking graphics. I think they would appreciate that. Now, if you want to tune into a game that you want to have more art direction as far as like it looks cool without being so like hyper realistic, then I'd rather games like that will have a better handling on all parties. Of course, big ask, but I'd rather everybody kind of maintain that, we're gonna have some deadlines to meet, but at least to a point where we can manage quality. Like then it's not about getting it done, it's about getting it done right. So let's just maintain quality and it'll be just fine. Just fine. So but it is what it is. I'm more of just like, I'm just cool. I'm cool, whatever. People is people.
People's people.
Yeah, man. Now, as far as wait, hold on. We cool off the showcase?
We're cool off the showcases, plural. So it's been our review. It's pretty solid so far. We're obviously looking towards Nintendo, but I actually wanted to go over some recent events that happened this past week, aside from like after the showcases, because I think one of them might be something you've already been aware of, but if not, you will jump for joy for this one. It was on the 11th, actually. Sly Cooper.
What the heck?
Available on PlayStation 5. So
the announcements for the classic games.
Yeah, the classic games. And Sly Cooper was one of them.
How the hell are they? First of all, I'm gonna play the shit out of it. But like, hold on. What are they doing it like what Nintendo does with their NSO or something?
No, it's actually just a standalone game, it looks like, that you can just buy.
Where's my phone at?
Yeah. I was gonna say like maybe I should maybe I should also.
You for real? Bro, dude, like man. Because honestly, I was like, you know what? Let me get back to that announcement in a minute. I didn't take the time to see what it actually meant for me. Let me go ahead and see.
I will
if I just look it up
myself.
Oh yeah, that was funny. I have the PlayStation app.
Yeah.
So the messengers and then all the DMs that you get from people.
I forgot. Here we go.
What was I doing? I got a message from somebody. I think I knew who it was because I was playing Tekken, and then I'm pretty sure I lost. And then they sent a message that said "Seek mental help."
Seek mental help.
I was like, yo. I was like, damn, GG's. But I didn't type it, so I was just like, all right, buddy. That was a good one. You got me. But anyway.
Okay.
What's his face?
So with Sly Cooper, it is something that you can redeem through PlayStation Plus Premium to access. But if you don't have that, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, Goofy, but I love it, is $9.99. It's just $10. Just $10.
Wait, what the heck?
I'm not sure.
Hold
If
on,
you
give me a
can,
second.
yeah. I don't think you can plug in like your old school like disc of it, but $9, $10.
Hold on, what is this thing saying? What do I have? Did I not? What? Hold on. I thought I had premium this whole time. What do I have?
I think you may have like a different tier of that one. I don't have it anymore.
Oh, because yeah, it says upgrade. I'm like, what the?
Damn.
What do you mean upgrade?
You got the I don't even remember what the tiers are. Hold on.
Yeah, what is it? You got basic, and then I think premium, and then what? Ultimate or some crap? Like, hold on. What?
Something like that. I'll have to double
Yo,
check.
I'm about to lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
About to lose my mind. Get out your mind. Wait.
I am mad. I thought I had it
Get
this whole
out your
time.
mind. Hey.
Oh man, they're killing me with this. Fine.
Oh.
Fine.
Yeah. So it's it's the essential plan. That's what I had for a while. And then there's extra,
Yeah,
and then there's premium.
Yeah, okay. So maybe I got essential. They got me there. That's pretty good. But you know what? I don't mind. But you know what I usually do? I usually wait until what's his face? When's my billing cycle? Because usually I like to wait until the top of the year and then just buy the annual one. But
Oh, yeah.
damn.
Oh, there's an annual one. That's actually a pretty decent deal.
Yeah, dude, annual ones, I'm like, I don't want to think about it for a year. So let me grab this real quick.
True.
Oh, Arrow 404. All right, thank you. Where the hell is fucking all right, that's fine. But yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna get it. I mean, I might buy now. I mean, $10 is not too crazy. I mean, like for Sly Cooper.
It'll just be with your with that library.
Hold on, now that I think about it, I might be tripping. I am tripping.
Library.
Because wait, I have the trilogy on my PlayStation 2 though.
You do, yeah.
But I'm like,
But yeah,
that's my PlayStation 2, eh?
yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you want to run that, you gotta like boot up the PlayStation 2, which is a nice nostalgia trip, but you do have to dust it, and you do have to pull it out from the box, and then
Make sure the eyes clean. Like, good lord.
oh yeah, that's right, same thing.
I would probably have to. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I'll be frugal. I won't buy it just yet.
Yeah, all of a sudden we find ourselves jerking our consoles like Phil does with his NES.
Dude,
That was
how many copies
crazy.
did I buy? What does he got? Like, didn't he say he has like every version of like the Mario Brothers or something like that guy?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, he was telling me about it. So like, there's the classic Mario Brothers, but then there's bundles of it, which was like one with Duck Hunt, and there was one with that one Duck Hunt, and another game I forget what it was, but I think there was like either two or three variations. It was crazy.
Nah, that mess is funny.
But yeah, him working that NES is crazy at night.
Yeah, that was a plethora of some shit.
I was like, what? I'm like, what are you doing, Phil?
Yeah, like, but honestly though, I would think like I would probably end up playing it at some point just for the hell of it. But since there's versions that like work weird, like there are games that are on different consoles. Well, like like say if you get like this is a different example, but the Sonic Heroes version on the PlayStation 2 compared to its GameCube version, janky,
yeah,
janky.
Yeah.
Now, will we have the same thing with the PS5 version of a PlayStation game, a PlayStation 2 game? I don't know.
Hard to say.
But like, how could they mess that up? I have no idea. Well, no. There was trophy systems didn't show up until like PlayStation 3, so no.
Yeah. Although, like, if there are trophies that do pop up for like some of those classic games, then yeah.
I was thinking like maybe they would do it for it.
I think we did that. At least Phil discovered that with what was it, Medieval? It was like his it was the classic version of it before I got the remake, and the classic one actually had trophies. So it was like, it was kind of crazy. So I mean, you're with the kids at Sly Cooper, they're just kind of porting it over, and making it smooth as butter,
Yeah, okay. I can
but
believe that.
it might have trophies.
Okay. All right, yeah. I don't know. I can't wait to see what other games they bring over, honestly.
Yeah, I think they had like a good list, but I'll have to
If
double
anything,
check that.
yeah, if anything, that's really what this is gonna be. Now, here's another thing. I've been kind of thinking of. I want to look more into how they do it. Um,
Hmm.
there's a lot of things that people talk about with Sony that they're just not. I don't know why they're not doing more. More, I guess, reasonable things. I'm trying to think of an example. Man, I hate that I hear all this stuff and I got nothing on my mind. But anyway,
Mm.
what I'm hoping is just to get to the bottom line. Hopefully, they don't do anything that's um that's like price gouging. Is that the word? No, like that is predatory. The prices are predatory. I hope they don't do it
Mm.
like that. Where like you're kind of, paying whatever they got for you, even though it's unreasonable because of nostalgia or whatever type of means. Because if you heard, I heard this recently. Um, there was that there was that game. There was a game site where they would save ROMs. Yeah, oh yeah, I
Mm.
saw some ordinary gamers. This guy is talking about some stuff I thought that was pretty interesting. He's talking about Nintendo. I think Nintendo and Sega. Nintendo took down this site essentially where there's games we don't have. Like we have no access to it. They're not being
Oh yeah,
resold anywhere. They're not at a place where people can get it. Um and most of the time you get that with preservation with ROMs and stuff.
sure.
And that shit happens, blah blah blah. Um and the legality, all that stuff, hopefully, I don't know. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. But I would just hope with Sony when they're bringing out games and stuff, because like even though people are willing to get ROMs and everything, but now that they're cutting down like your access to those games, it's kind of like hopefully Sony doesn't do the same thing with their library.
Hmm.
And when they do give us the games, hopefully they do it in a fair kind of transaction with the customers.
Hmm.
Because I mean, fuck, I hate that I can't think of what Sony's done wrong recently. Because most of the time, I know I hear people talk about it, but when I think about it, I'm like, I'm shit, man. It is what it is. I don't know. Fuck, I get to play Tekken 8, but
It's
I don't
what it
know.
is. I get
Yeah,
what you
man. I
mean.
don't know. Yeah. It's super interesting to get into these combos because, like, say that you're getting. Well, we might end up getting another scenario where something does really well. I assume, right? Didn't Hi-Fi Rush do good, but like still got shut down?
Yeah, yeah. That hurts.
It's such a weird thing to see, and it's like, why? Matter of fact, I remember something stupid that Xbox did, but not Sony, and that's very dumb. But I just know that people kind of pull this stuff off, and it's weird. They
Hmm.
try to think of the bottom dollar instead of like, kind of giving the quality to the customer so you don't have to trip about your bottom dollar. I think that's another thing too. It's like you don't have to worry about the money because it's always going to come in, but like you'd be able to get more if you just follow what most people are giving you. Because I'm pretty sure people would do it.
Mm.
A little weird, a little weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know. I don't know what the big wigs over there at Sony are thinking, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
Good.
they got a different agenda entirely.
Yeah, I want to study up on this stuff. Honestly, I want to be more informed. I want to get an
Hmm.
idea. Because I think the only thing that made me think about it even more was hearing how expensive games are. And I
Yeah,
was like, man, that's probably why they don't want to risk anything. Because if you make a big risk and you lose out on all that money,
all the
it's like,
returns.
yo, you didn't even break even. So that
it's
shit can be crazy.
time for you to get out.
Yeah, right. It's a tough one.
Mm.
But yeah, um, was there? Oh, is there anything else? Because
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah. Yeah.
to just a little.
We got some release dates, or at least we got a release date here. Visions of Mana. That was releasing or Mana releasing in August,
Oh,
late August.
okay. Word.
So that's like really good. They came out with like a whole release date trailer and everything like that. It was great. Limited Run's
Okay.
having its own little presentation on the 20th of this month at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time. So some
Not
potentials for
Thursday.
I don't remember. I'll have to pull up the
Oh,
calendar. Yes, it is a Thursday.
okay.
On a Thursday.
Oh Lord, I'll be at work. God damn it.
It's unfortunate.
All right.
That's going to probably be what's going to be like with Nintendo's Direct whenever that happens.
It really is.
The whole fiasco with Midori, that's crazy.
Oh,
We talked about the
okay.
Sparking Zero stuff,
Yeah.
so there's that. Same day on the 13th, Lollipop Chainsaw Repop releases September 25th. So that's a remake of Lollipop Chainsaw.
Oh, well, that's funny. I never played that game.
Yeah, same. But great that this game re-released again.
Yeah, because I was thinking of like I've seen gameplay of it, of course, but like I'm also thinking it's the same. It's the same dude who did like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry, or
I
somebody
don't
of
know
a
the
similar
history. I don't actually know the history on that one.
Yeah, like the director of it, because like it's a outlandish game.
It is,
But
yeah.
like there's a similar
Let me see.
creative person behind it.
Oh, grasshopper manufacturer. So that's Suda.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Or well, yeah, grasshopper manufacturer, yeah.
Well, all right then.
The
What
goat.
else?
The 51, if you will.
Yeah, no, that's super interesting.
Crazy.
Got tune in for that.
And then the last thing, it was Yacht Club actually celebrating 10 years of Shovel Knight. They were announcing updates to like all their games, and their departures, all their spin-off games. Just a little bit of an update for Mina the Hollower. Just it's still in the works. And the announcement of a new Shovel Knight game, which looks like it's implying that it's going to be a 3D game. No other announcements other than that.
Cool.
Except for maybe just like a definitive edition of Shovel of Hope, which is just, the standard Shovel Knight experience prior to the expansions.
Oh, I see. That'd be nice.
So yeah, no, like, and also of course the sale through Yacht Club on all their games, including what was it, that one ninja game that they helped to publish.
Yeah, hold on, because I was thinking about Yacht Club. What the hell?
Man, dude, it's been
it's
been a
ninja
whole
game?
yeah, what was it called? It was Cyber Ninja something. It was actually pretty cool.
Cyber Shadow?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Cyber Shadow.
It was released like 3 years ago. What is this game? What the?
Oh,
I don't know about this.
Well, you can get well acquainted with that one. It's on sale.
Find it right now.
I'm gonna cop it.
Man, oh my god, bro! These games, man. That's all I asked for. I just asked for very, very nice animated games. Very, 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 very unique style. Look, well, wait, hold on. I guess when I say unique, I'm trying to be mindful of when I say unique. I mean, like it stands out. So, I mean, in any bare sense, most things can be pretty unique. But I think the obvious homage that this game gives, kind of like what you get when you look at like the Messenger or something. Like you know what the Messenger looks like, but you also know what it's referring to.
Man, dude, Messenger,
like,
dude.
like cool.
Man, I can't believe I missed out on that game for such a long time. But I played it last year.
Yeah, I didn't.
And I was like, yo, this game is the GOAT.
Yeah, that was crazy. I forgot. Oh, yeah, it was in your list.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That game was solid.
Yeah, I was playing that in preparation for Sea of Stars. Because it's a continuity thing where they're still connected, very much so, but they play as different genre games. I do have the copy. I just haven't really opened that up yet. But yeah, no, it's crazy. Man,
that sounds wild. I didn't even know. Dog, and love these games, bro. Love these solid. You know what? Also, let's see. Hold on, because I know I'm gonna. What time is it? Because I know I got to deal with my whole what's his face.
You got to
deal with my car.
Oh yeah.
But what was I thinking? When it comes to these games, Um, man, I think art direction is so important, man, because there's a
It
way that
is.
these games can look like they don't look. Well, oh yeah, I was talking about it earlier with Faith. Like Faith doesn't look the best. Like this game is very Atari 2600 ass game. Like it doesn't look like anything. You'll be like, well, I can't believe that the texture in this character's hair were that far off. There's no texture in this game. There's nothing. You're just walking around as like little etch a sketch stick figures basically.
Mm.
And yet that game's direction and how they emphasize the horror, that stuff is super. It's good. It's super good. And then of course, like the way the game played itself, like controls and all, it made sense because it felt with like how it made you pace in a horror game. Most of the time, you want to run like hell in a horror game, but no, you can't. No, you just gotta go with how you can in that game and deal with like the uneasiness of how it feels.
Nah, that's
Now with
Resident
games
Evil
like
7 running.
yeah, like yeah, you can't do nothing. Like this,
You're
you
just
gotta
like-
you gotta deal with it. This is what you got. Ethan, hurry up!
Ah!
It's like honestly, man. And then like with games like Cyber Shadow, this looks fun. What is like a Metroidvania or something? I don't think
It
they
might
did a
be.
Metroid.
It might be.
Ooh,
I'm not entirely sure about
Ooh,
that
this
one.
might be. Yeah, like little action platformer
Mhm.
stuff like that is like, as long as you make sure like the oh well, I'm saying art direction. Now I'm just thinking of just like coding and programming. Like as long as these characters and like the environment and the enemies interact in like a very cohesive way, and it makes the game first of all fun because it's fun to go against something that gives you a bit of a challenge, not too crazy of a challenge. And if it is too crazy, then it's time to get good, bucko. Like you got to get a little better at this game. So stuff like that is super interesting. But I would rather people just focus on that substance, not just the substance of what the fuck else? What are people focusing on? Making money.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is. People looking for the next money grab, and I'm like, you don't have your Fortnite just yet. Just give me my give me my action platformer, please. Thank you, thank you, substance, thank you, and then all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm just kind of ranting at this point. I don't know. It's
Gotcha.
good. Games are looking good. That's another thing. Before we get ready to go,
Okay.
games are more in a better spot, less so than something negative. A lot of the negative stuff is like bitched about a lot, but honestly, there's a lot of good looking games right now. It's just most of the time, I don't know. I honestly think people kind of like to complain because I'm like, if you want to find like really solid games right now, first of all, Steam or whatever you can find like an indie developer at. The indie scene is always solid because people are usually experimenting, or there's always something that can meet like whatever niche or need you're looking for.
True.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
And then also like the big heavy hitter games right now, like fighting games are in a really nice spot right now.
True.
And then I think that's pretty much it. Now I don't know how it is in the competitive shooting scene. I don't know what's going on with them. I heard that
That's interesting. Yeah.
Apex is getting hacked, so that kind of sucks.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we just hoping for the best at that point with them. But overall, gaming is looking pretty good right now. I wonder when it actually had a fall off, but I don't know. At least in my opinion, most of the time when I tune into games, I'm just like, "Ooh, that looks fun," and I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I feel the same. But I am always curious about like other people's thoughts, and that's when discourse kind of happens. For sure.
Yeah, I do like hearing people's thoughts. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good thing because be it valid or not, most of the time I'm kind of just like, oh boy. Then it was like that. Do you want to play Mario Kart type mess? Like, let's just let's get away from that for a second. Whatever you're doing over there, quit it. We're about to go Rainbow Road, where the least stressful time is.
You're gonna fight your frustrations with Rainbow Road 200.
Duh.
No baby.
It's so funny stuff.
No babies.
Stuff is funny, bro. But yeah, man, liking how game is looking right now.
Yeah.
But aside from that, you know what? Maybe at some point I'll talk about it again because you know what? I was gonna bring up. I saw Max's stream because Capcom is super interesting. They did this thing.
They did the survey
for the survey results, and
It's
I was
funny.
watching it. I was like, it was pretty interesting because honestly, that I was kind of just thinking, have I just had like the weirdest idea of what I thought Capcom was? But then who knows? I don't know. It was a funny theme going on there. We could probably talk about it another time when
Sure. When Phil's around?
when everybody could be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, when everybody's in, especially Phil, because he has more of a grasp on like stuff with Capcom and experience with it. So that's gonna be fun to talk about.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
Yeah,
I
man.
guess with that, we'll go ahead and call it here. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in for this episode of DangIT Prodcast. It's been episode 508. My name is Justin.
I'm Aniyah.
And thanks for watching, everyone.